Ireland's fight for freedom, many men have fallen. Our lives given proudly for the cause. Those gallant lives given for their country. And you now the story I will tell. Won't you sing them a song? Sing a lullaby to heaven. Let your comrades know you understand. Won't you sing them a song? Sing a lullaby to heaven. That our lads and lassies will sing along. Remember Peter Cleary and Fergal Carahar. Both were murdered by the forces of the Crown. We'll speak with pride of Jim Lockery and Sean Campbell. In South Armagh these gallant men did dwell. Won't you sing them a song? Sing a lullaby to heaven. Let your comrades know you understand. Won't you sing them a song? Sing a lullaby to heaven. And our lads and lassies will sing along. In North Armagh, remember McIlvana, Crossy, Burns, Toman and McCarr. And from Tyrone, McKerney, Cardy and Coney, McNally, Ryan, Tony Doris too. Won't you sing them a song? Sing a lullaby to heaven. Let your comrades know you understand. Won't you sing them a song? Sing a lullaby to heaven. That our lads and lassies will sing along. Remember Bob Kelly and Jim Bryson, Skipper Burns, Sean Savage and Billy Reid. These men all hail from the gallant Belfast Battalion. So many more I cannot them all name. Won't you sing them a song? Sing a lullaby to heaven. Let your comrades know you understand. Won't you sing them a song? Sing a lullaby to heaven. That our lads and lassies will sing along. Let's not forget the girls who died for Ireland. Pettigrew, Fitzsimons and Myra Drum. From Portadown came young Julie Dugan. Reid Farrell in Gibraltar made her stand. Won't you sing them a song? Sing a lullaby to heaven, that your comrades know you understand. Won't you sing them a song? Sing a lullaby to heaven, that our lads and lassies will sing along.
You're listening to the Rebel podcast with Rory Carson. Tasha Vigeshtak, listen Fod Cruelly Rebel le Rory McCarson.
Well, folks, what's the crack? How yous all doing on this fine Sunday afternoon here in West Belfast? I have to say, it's absolutely glorious out there today. Have the shorts on everything here this morning. Yeah, folks, welcome along. I hope you all had a good Easter. I know I did last weekend. Lots of Scotch people and bands and stuff over here in West Belfast enjoying the festivities and providing the festivities over the Easter commemoration weekend. So good to see a lot of yous. Folks, yes, so I say welcome along. If you know the crack as usual, please share the stream, especially on Facebook, because as you know they've basically been taking my viewers off me for whatever reason. It's all to do with this here bloody algorithm, because my page is on its last legs for like posting some tropical stuff that Zuckerberg's crew didn't agree with. Only so many of the sort of 16,000 followers I have on it see the posts I put up, especially the live show. So I need as many as folks to share the stream. If you're watching on Facebook, just hit the share button on any groups you have, like if they're rebel groups, Irish groups, Republican groups, anything at all. Share them. Share your own stream. Also, if you're watching on Twitter, we're trying to build up the Twitter following, folks. Just hit retweet on the Twitter stream and we'll get a few more followers there. And also good to see so many is on YouTube as usual, the main page for this the show. You can also share the YouTube stream. Just copy and paste the link and post it on to Facebook or Instagram, whatever you want to. Right, so we'll jump on, see who we have listening today. Good for you listening already, folks. Right, let's see who I have. Straight at the top, where are we? Right, Ram Murphy listening today on YouTube. Come on yourself. Anne-Marie Barkley is watching on Facebook. Scott Temperley, how you doing, Scott? On Facebook today. Marty Kane, what is the crack, Marty? Hope you had a good Easter yourself, mate. Our Spanners himself, Marty Heaney. How you doing, Marty? Listening on YouTube today. Maura Burns, how you doing, Maura, over there in Republic and Cope Bridge? Seen a lot of your comrades there last weekend who were over in Belfast and Cross McLean and all for the Easter commemoration. So were Marty, yes, I did listen to that song. To be honest, I might play it later, but it's for this show. It's not really. It's a nice wee song and all, so it is like, but I just don't know if it fits in with the stuff I normally play on the show or not. So don't. Richard O'Callaghan listening from Dublin today on Facebook. Good man, Richard. How you doing? Harley Townsend watching today on Facebook. Paul Sheeran with a sore hand. How you doing, mate? Listening down there in County Limerick. Hope your hand is feeling a bit better soon, mate. Big Johan is listening in Stockholm. It's Derby today in the Swedish top flight league. Hopefully your boys, AIK, do the business today, Johan. But thanks for tuning in, mate. Michael Turner, here's to Irish Unity Tal from sunny Worthing, mate, to say it's always sunny over there, so it is. So Anne-Marie, you're listening there in West Belfast. Happy days, good job. Dan Seacroft is watching today. Ray Callahan is on YouTube watching there today. Mark C79, happy Rebel Sunday, everyone. Indeed, watching on YouTube. There's Elaine. How you doing, Elaine? What's the crack? In the garden, listening to the show, peeling the spuds. No better way to spend your Sunday afternoon, Elaine. Happy days. Lynn Husson is watching today. Right, how you doing? I'm doing very, very good indeed. It's great to be back on the show, so it is. Say after a wee week's break. So I hope laddies understood why I didn't go on live last week, folks, because say it is the Easter commemorations on. I know a lot of our people are doing their own thing over Easter, visiting families and all whatever and stuff. And the only reason we were on live last year, obviously we had a brilliant show with Derek Warfield, was because we were still technically in lockdown and nothing was happening. So of course was going to go on live with the show, but obviously going forward, Easter, biggest day in the Republican calendar, and I was down at the parade myself with the family. Again, bumping into Stevie Holbrook and Marty Higgins. Good to see us down there. Lanky 67 on YouTube today. Good afternoon, troops from the east end of Glasgow. Happy days. Who else do we have? Sean Stack watching in on YouTube today. Dan Breen, how you doing, Dan? Good man yourself. And John Boy McElhenney. Good afternoon. All great news for the end of the year party. Brilliant row comes up. Trump's won it again. Yes, so we'll talk about the end of the year party a bit later. Obviously it's happening now, which thank God. We're managing to sort of pull it out of the bag and explain what's happening now. Let's see, Terry Millie's watching as well on YouTube. Afternoon, everyone. Come on, the boys, indeed. Alan Kirk, that's a new name there, is it? Watching on Facebook. Hope to bring my daughter Erin over soon. Awaiting Celtic game today. Yes, 2:30 kick-off it is this afternoon. I'm going to have it on. Hugh McKenna, how you doing, Hugh? What's the crack? Afternoon, row. Aaron Fagan. Aaron, good to see you last Sunday as well, mate. Great to see you back in the band, mate, where you belong. Well, Car, how's things? Hope you and the family are well. It was a pleasure seeing you again last Sunday, mate. Keep up the good work. Same to yourself, mate. Let's see who else we'll have. You're all sharing the stream anyway. CSR. Neil Costigan, how you doing, Neil? Good morning from New York City. Good man yourself, as always, tuning in. Carlin Gold is watching today from sunny Cumbernauld in Glasgow. Happy days. Proven Mill, Falls Road, like Sucky Hill last weekend. Were you over last week? No way. Jesus, you should have told me. I maybe bumped into the parade or something. God's sake, mate. Sorry I didn't see you. Arthur Taylor today. Good afternoon, Roe Bud from Paradise Way in Glasgow. Jim McCaff is watching as well. Christina, Whistling Donkeys, Bees Wing. I think I actually played that on the show 2 weeks ago when we were on, so maybe get on, maybe get a different version. Steph McNally, how you doing, Steph? Nice day. Some of us have to work, as I told 11 o'clock. As I was told 11 o'clock this morning. Shit, well, mate. Right, so we'll get on with the first song of the day. And then back to a few more of the comments. Say, folks, please share the stream. Share. So we've got no guests today, just myself. So it is. So we have 3 hours, just me melting your heads, talking shit, having a bit of banter with his. So obviously we had no show last week, so we're going to do a bit of an Easter song today. This is a song I haven't played in the show in a way, but now I know it's Big Johan's favourite song. After George and Pop, of course, talking about Joseph Mary. It's the great song. It was on my CD, Reps for Hope. Written by Dana Barrett, and obviously the music and the words, of course, added to by Sean McCaffrey from Derry. So fantastic version of this song, fantastic. So this is Joseph Mary, folks, starting off today's show. It's Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast. And myself, Big Ro, here to 4 o'clock. Share the stream, folks. Here we go.
Upon me, you gaze into my eyes. Pain, it moves in slowly, for you've a greater love than I'll forgive you for your first love, for Ireland is so deep. And I know for you to save her, you must leave me here. My heart is breaking, Joseph, as I hear the seagulls play. No longer you'll be with me after all of this today. I know I'll never love again. My heart is far too sore, and I know that you'll stay with me until we meet once more. thousand times I've pictured our wedding in my head, with all our comrades gathered, but your fate is set instead. These memories of Kilmainham will stay with me now. This fight for Irish freedom has led us to our vows. Our love lies in the future of Ireland bright and free. We took the call together to gain our liberty. But until then, dear Joseph, sleep at the Gramacree. And when I finally join you, we'll have eternity. 1,000 times I've pictured our wedding in my head, with all our comrades gathered, but your fate is set instead. These memories of Kilmainham will stay with me now. This fight for Irish freedom has led us to our vows. This fight for Irish freedom has led us to our vows.
Yeah, brilliant. Sean McCaffrey here for you with Joseph Mary, of course, written by Dana Barrett, and Sean actually put the music to it and sung the song so well done. Lynn Houston, he says, Ro, can you play Bobby Sands from Belfast by Rebel Roots, please? I always ask for Emer, Krista and Chris McGill, but we can't forget Rebel Roots. James Mullen said, can I play Scapegoats? Haven't played that one on the show away. Probably, yes, can do it today. Derek Delaney was correct. Derek, afternoon, gang. Have a great Sunday from sunny Dublin. I think it's sunny everywhere today, so it is. Lancaster. Right, mate, how's it going? Can you share this? Can you share this on our group? I can't post to the group. Let's see. Martin Henderson. Let's see. Gig you did a few weeks ago in Portadown. Oh Jesus, here we go. Right, gig. I think this is the guy's house, is it? That I done the gig in. So a few of you might have seen the live video I put up, folks, from the tent I was doing in Portadown. I was actually up around Gravaki Road there, so it was. The gig I did a few weeks ago in Portadown. Some a-hole made a complaint about noise to the council. Received a letter, but they're not going to investigate. It was just to let you know, letter. Cops came up and down the road a few times, but they didn't even bother. 2 years after lockdown, you would think we'll get a bit of leeway, but no. Well, mate, and here, it was probably one of our own too that probably complained to the cops, so it was like, but I have to say, that was loud, so it was, I mean, that was like a loud gig. I mean, so I was sort of actually surprised the cops didn't come at 11 o'clock and tell us to shut it down, but Anthony McGill there. How do you know? Anthony was cracked from up there in the Derry City Sports and Social Club. Great song, Rose. Sean McCaffrey, one of the best. Definitely, mate, he is one of the best indeed. Michael Turner looking for the Foggy Dew. Catherine Brown is watching today from Dublin on Facebook. Happy days, Catherine. No doubt. Loud and proud, definitely. So Christy Moore, Michael Hatton for Derek Daly. Right, so what are we going to do next? Yeah, so I mentioned this now, folks. I mentioned at the start of the show there about the reorganised gig now, right? So we'll just get the flyer for it. So here we go. Right, so yes, obviously it was sort of well documented that we had to scrap the whole Big Fans Gathering that would take place on the the 2nd and 3rd December in the Balmoral Hotel. Because basically the shafted us like big time. There's no getting way around it. They handled the situation very, very badly. Glad to hear now that they've been dug out. A lot of people have sent letters complaining, emails complaining about them, and just right. I still think that they should have posted something at the time to say that it wasn't my fault, the reason they cancelled the gig for. It was their fault because they dropped their balls, you know what I mean? And meant to be in a hotel in West Belfast, but it doesn't want people from West Belfast and beyond playing Republican music in a hotel in West Belfast. Absolutely shocking, like, when you consider sort of who owns the hotel as well. But listen, we'll not talk about that anymore. So we had cancelled the whole gig, but it still didn't play my mind really well that there's so many people that had bought tickets, like they bought flights, come over for ferries and stuff. Obviously, they booked accommodation. And a lot of people had said, well, listen, forget it, we're coming over for the weekend anyway, so we are, so we might as well do something. So obviously looking around, and I got a phone call last week, sort of inquiring about this here, and sort of said, frigate, we're going to do this here. So we'll have the original Saturday night was meant to be the main gig. Obviously, we'll meant to have 4 or 5 bands, but this time, folks, obviously, we can only fit 150 people into the Rock Bar. The Rock Bar is a great bar, so it is in the Falls Road, of course, the home of Rebel Sundays. They were more than happy to take this gig on, so they were actually quite sort of chuffed about taking it, so they were. So it's going to be upstairs, folks, on the Saturday, the 3rd of December, and so I'm still really glad that the main band we're meant to have on the night of the gig, Clover from County Limerick. I'm trying to push these lads as much as possible, especially in Belfast and the North, folks. You know what they're and sort of any gigs I can get them up here, I'm going to do. So I was privileged when the lads, still agreed they were going to do this again for me. So they're going to be the main act on the night. Plus myself, I'll be doing a bit more DJing this time than I did that. You probably only see me doing the last half hour, the last gathering last year. So I'll probably be doing a bit to start the night this time, about an hour or so. Then I'll do a few tunes from the bands on their break. Obviously then I'll do a bit of a set as well when the band's finished. So I'm really looking forward to this one, folks. So there we go. So there's only 150 tickets available, right? So if you want to buy tickets for it, you can buy them at pre-sale at the minute on the website. So it's rebelpodcast.bigcartel.com. So there you go, folks. What there's Saturday the 3rd of December, the end of the year fans party featuring Clover from County Limerick plus myself, Big Row. Doors open at 8 p.m, folks. Tickets are a tenner, so they are. And people might say, well, hold on a second, last year it was only a tenner and had like 3 or 4 bands on. But the thing is, obviously this time it's a smaller venue, so it is, and obviously the band come from Limerick. It's a bit of a cost, you know, so that's why costs still have to be covered for this here gig. So that's, but I mean, it's still only a tenner, folks. It isn't a lot of money, so I really hope to see that as there. We've sold a shitload of tickets already for it. Great to see so many people that originally were coming from Scotland and all for the show for the weekend are still coming over. They bought their tickets, so you're all legends. The laddie you see as are. So thanks very much as well, folks, for keeping the faith in me and coming up. Also, if you don't have PayPal or a bank card or sort of a credit card, just send me a wee PM and I can arrange, obviously, a collection or local delivery, whatever, or tickets to be held over or something like that. I mean, I want everybody that was going to go to the original gig to go. Obviously, we can't fit in the 300 people that the original venue was meant to hold, but 150 tickets, folks, for this one, and I'll say it's going to sell out, no problem. So it's going to be a great night. So it is. Right, let's just see what we're all saying here. Let's see. Arthur Taylor says, I go on holiday in July, and it's in the funny walks past my window before they're looking for the 12th. My Busby get the corners painted, hush hush. Yes, so it's in the Rock Bar, Deirdre, on the Falls Road there, so it is. That's the team. That's the team lineup. I haven't seen it there, so I'll have a joke here now, so well. Or is there, let's say, so it's Hart, Ralston, CCV, Starfelt, Taylor, Calmac, Tate, O'Reilly, Jada, Mayuda, and Kyogo. So Kyogo's starting. Hopefully Gigi's in the bench, is he? Right, yeah. So folks, say if any is do want to get tickets for this here gig, they are available for pre-sale at the minute, so it's I'll post. I'm going to put it into the wee bar at the bottom. So you see that the bar lined up, or the bar scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I'll put the link for the tickets on it, and you can go straight there. So say, folks, this is going to sell out, this one, so it is. So I'd advise many get your tickets now, or contact me to arrange your tickets to be let over. and we'll arrange some kind of payment for them. But I want to see this going to be 150 people, folks, up in that hall will be rammed. So it's going to be a great night. Plus, on the plus side as well, is this was originally meant to happen anyway. So is this one the next day, as you can see. So the after party is still going to happen now. So obviously, the Rock Bar was already booked for the after party the next day. So it's going to be a live podcast, folks, from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock with special guest singers. Obviously, like last year, we're going to be getting a band or something to come and play during the show. So it'll be 1 to 5, and obviously, folks, we'll all head downstairs for the world famous Rebel Sundays. Just a short few steps down instead of getting taxis and all the next time. So looking forward to this, folks. So this is free admission for this one. In the Rock Bar. That's the next day, Sunday the 4th of December, for the official after party of the of this gig here. So it's the end of year fans party. So tickets are tenner, folks. So it's Saturday the 3rd of December, the Rock Bar in the Falls Road. The end of year fans reunion featuring Clover from County Limerick and myself, Big Row, folks. So hopefully see a lot of you there. It's going to be a great night as usual. Of last year, is anything to go by. Right, so here we go. We'll go to the next tune of the afternoon. Great to see Marty Higgins doing so well back over in Santa Ponsa. So he's flying. Great. He's been away far too long. He's back over in his natural habitat in the Dubliner with Darren Cahill. So it's great to see the two of them. Hopefully be over next year. We're not going to Santa Ponsa this year. We're going to Tenerife in another few months anyway. But definitely we're booking Santa Ponsa next year. And we'll be in the Dubliner at some stage. Here we go. Next tune of the day. This is a song from Marty Higgins. It was a song that Marty penned. Well, actually, he didn't pen it. He recorded this one. It's called Plastic Bullets. It's about two young girls from West Belfast who were murdered by the British Army with plastic bullets. Obviously, children. That's all the word, children. And there's a haunting picture of one of them. I think it was Julie Livingstone in her coffin. And you can obviously still see the marks and stuff where the plastic bullet hit her in the face. Like, absolutely just disgraceful, and no member of the security forces, tall British Army, RUC, whatever, has ever been charged with these kids' murders all these years on. Just shocking. So that's a great song. Let's hear. So it's Marty Higgins, folks, with Plastic Bullets on Rebel Sundays.
In 1973, the British Army introduced a non-lethal projectile into the north of Ireland. 17 people have now been murdered by this non-lethal projectile, 7 of whom are innocent children. Robin Dunwoody has wrote this song in memory of 2 of the young children who were murdered when returning from the shops with groceries for their family, friends and neighbours. No British soldier or organisation has ever been charged with the brutal murder of these 2 young children. Carl Ann Kelly, 12 years of age. Julie Livingstone, 14 years of age. On Belfast streets, I've heard it said, shooting little children dead, second lives hardly begun, plastic bullets from their guns. We won't be kept down easy, we will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed. Young Caroline, 12 years of age, shut down by Brits in a bloody rage. Julie Livingstone as well fell victim to plastic hell. We won't be kept down easy, we will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed. Tried to drag us from our streets by taking lives too young and sweet. Do they not know will not be beat? Their violence is their own defeat. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you've maimed and killed. They try to make us toe their line by using every type of crime. But freedom won't be terrorized, nor freedom struggle criminalized. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you've maimed and killed. In Belfast streets, I've heard it said, they're shooting little children dead. They're taking lives hardly begun with plastic bullets from their guns. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed. After all, you're maimed and killed.
Yeah, fantastic. Marty Higgins from Glenravel in County Antrim, folks. The Glen's Antrim, beautiful, beautiful place. This part of the world. So it is a privilege to go and meet Marty in his house there. It was about 2 years ago. He brought me around the whole of Glenravel, and we went to the graveside of Mickey McElhatton. Marty actually sung Mickey's song, so he did at the graveside. He brought me up to the old house where Mickey McElhatton's family lived, and they made their poteen and stuff way up in the mountains. Fantastic day it was. So it was. Cheers to Marty for that there. Legendary you are. A few people actually just sent me through here now. Asked me for the link is for the tickets for the big fans gathering. Technically, not the big fans gathering. It's actually the end of the year reunion party. So I'll send you through the PM in a wee second, just the link for it. But if you watch for the scroll down here, folks, the wee scroll at the bottom of the screen, it's at the very, very end. I've put in there, so you can see it going across now. So it's there. So it's rebelpodcast.bigtartail.com. If you go there, that'll bring you straight to the page where you can buy the tickets for the end of year party fans party reunion, whatever you want to call it. Near got that out there, so right. So yeah, cheers, folks, to all you who have bought tickets in the last 10 minutes. Good, there's about 12 there from through just watching my phone. So cheers. Right, let's see. Jamie Mac, Jamie, you're right on cue. So you are. Jesus, you couldn't attend this any more perfect. Right. So where is this thing? Hold on a second. Right. So big shout out to the lads there from Clover. Sorry, from Finnan Rebs. I won form today. So obviously last Saturday, folks, I was up in Crossmaglen. I've invited up to play there at the Easter Saturday function with Finnan. Up in the Cross Square Hotel. Great gig, so it was. As soon as I get in, Big Jammy, he hands me this here, right? So here we go. So he says, right, big man, here, take this here. So firstly, It's like in Bully's special price. So there's a cup here, right? And this is going to be the official, obviously, cup, the tea cup for Rebel Sunday. So it says Jamie's late toy show mug. So I don't know where the hell you bought this here from, Jamie, but I'm going to drink my tea of it in your honour, mate, every week. Nice film. So cheers for that, right? But he also gave me this here T-shirt as well. So I'm going to show you it. Now I may have to go to Slim World for another couple of months to get this to fit me because it is a wee bit tight. They mustn't do 3XLs in Crossmaglen, but you get the gist of what it says on the T-shirt, right? So I don't know if you can read it or not. So it says on there, I love culchies. So, and of course I do really do love culties because the first song I played last week, as soon as Finn finished, eventually, was Hit the Diff by Marty Moan, and obviously the crowd, I love the fair bit of javing on that throughout night, so it was, cheers to Jamie, and Clint and John, and Johnny Daggs, as well, there for having me up there last week. In Crossmaglen, great gig, so it was. And cheers to Dal, who I brought my mate up with me here, and I says I'll bring him in the car because at least on the way home, I hate driving at night time, especially after doing a gig. He keep me company. We'll have a bit of yarn. Literally, as soon as we left Crossmaglen, before we even left Crossmaglen, out cold, snoring the whole way from Crossmaglen to Ardoyne. Did not wake up once, completely out cold. So here's cheers Dal for that one. Right, so we're going to do a tune from Finn in another couple of songs' time, but I still can't believe it. That's 2 gigs now I've done with the lads from Finn on Patrick's Day up in Derry and then last week, and I still didn't even get a picture with you. Why it happened, I don't know. So hopefully it won't be too long again before we get a gig together. I'll definitely have to get a photograph of these lads. So cheers. Right, so somebody asked me to play Sean South. They're opening their first tin of beer the day of the Salty match. Just looking to see who it was. Let's see, where is it? It's great scrolling these up here, but there's so many bloody comments. I'm trying to find what one it was. Oh, so it's for Leo Fagan, right? Here we go. So, can you play Sean South, mate? Open my first 10 for the Celtic game. I'm on the hoops. He's probably finished it and all, so he is like by now. Right, so here we go. We're going to do this, and this is actually from Clover's. I think it's their second album. This is one of the ones, their first live album, so it was recorded. It was recorded in the Heart Bar in Cork City. So it was, this is Sean South. Love this version of this song. It's a really, you can hear the crowd and all. It's a real lively tune. So this is from Clover's album, recorded live in the Heart Bar in Cork. This is Sean South. This one's special for Leo Fagan. Here we go, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
Right, folks, we've had a couple of requests for another Limerick song.
It would be rude to come down to Cork and not sing a Limerick song, wouldn't it? Huh?
May God reward those gallant men. May heaven be their home. Was in Brookwood town where they got shot down in a cabin. They lay cold. Let's hear you singing. Well, they never feared the RUC nor the beeman on patrol. Oh, Hanlon from the border shone south from Garryowen.
It was on a tree, they knew yourself as the shades of light ran down. A lorry load of volunteers approached a border town. There was men from Dublin and from Cork, from Fermanagh and Tyrone. And to leave your horse,
you
Great
go.
stuff, folks. Thank you very much.
On the Limerick, indeed. Just got my dad just went to the room Mercy and was talking away there just before the song finished. Yeah, that was Clover from live from the Heart Bar, recorded there from a good few years ago. So it was great recording that song. So it was for Leo Fagan, sitting at the back with his dad, having a few tinnies, waiting for the match to start at 2:30. So don't forget, folks, I'm going to hopefully get the match on my phone here, and we'll obviously keep you updated with the score and stuff throughout the afternoon. Terry Craney, it says, Ro, can you play Bloodstained Bandage for my son doing a kilt walk, 23 miles for charity? Leo Fagan was looking for the Rural Thames from the Dubliners. Arthur Taylor, Ro, can you give us Celtic Symphony, Some by Bobby Fields? I don't think there's a recording of it, or so it isn't, mate. It's definitely not on his album anyway, so it isn't. Peter O'Connell says, up the Limerick hurlers laid down a good marker for the All-Ireland yesterday. Yeah, mate, definitely. Again, Limerick looks like they're going to be the main lads this year for the hurling anyway. The cheekiness last week of that boy scoring the free with a bent hurl on his knees as well. Like, Jesus Christ. You couldn't get any more shithousery if you tried, like, so you couldn't. Let's see. Eric Kelman there says, yep, Chuck Ireland, love jamming out the Clover Limerick Ireland. Martin Keane, any chance playing New Lodge Pride or Flag of the Fianna? Right, let's see. Dirty Carwell looking for a Celtic song. Yes, we'll get one Celtic song today. Aaron Fagan, Road 24th April 1916, the day Easter Rising began. Can you play the Boys O Brigade, Cara? Yes, I'll get that on today. It's actually, what's the 24th? I should have knew that there, so I should have had. Well, but there you go. Sure. I can see Santa Rambo JP 73. Michael Turner, yippee, Belfast, here I come. Good man yourself, Michael. Kevin Dunn. Heel. Right, so mentioned the lads there from Finland. Done the gig with them last week up in Crossmaglen. Great gig it was. So go to a wee song here. Obviously, well, this is probably a good song to play. Obviously, with this here now being the start of the Easter Rising, 24th of April. We'll play Boys O Brigade later on. Aaron Fume, but this one here, we'll do the Foggy Dew 2 hours. This from Finland's album Patriotic Flame, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
'Twas down the glen one Easter morn, to a city fair rode I, when Ireland's lines of marching men in squadrons they passed me by. No fife did hum, no battle drum did sound its red tattoo, but the Angelus bell or the Liffey swell rang out in the foggy dew. Right proudly high over Dublin town, he hung out the flag of war. 'Twas better to die neath an Irish sky than at Subla or Sudilbar. And from the plains of Royal Mead, strong men came hurrying through, while Britannia's sons with their long-range guns sailed in from the foggy dew. Was England bade our wild geese go, that small nations might be free? Their lonely graves are by Subla's waves, on the fringe of the great North Sea. But had they died by Pierce's side, or fought with Galbrua, the graves we'd keep where the Fenians sleep, beneath the hills of the foggy dew. The bravest fell and the requiem bell rang mournfully and clear. for those who died at Easter tide in springing of the year. And the world did gaze in deep amaze at those fearless men and true, who for the fight that freedom's light might shine through the foggy June. But back through the glen I rode again, my heart with grief was sore. For I parted with those valiant men, I never shall see no more. But to and fro in my dreams I go, I kneel and pray for you. For slavery fled, oh glorious dead, you fell in the foggy June. For slavery fled, oh glorious dead, you fell in the foggy June.
Oh Father, why are you so sad on this great Easter morn, when Irishmen, they are proud and they're glad of the sun where they were born? Oh son, I see in memory of you a far off distant days, when being just a land lady joined the IRA. Oh, where are the lads that stood with me when history was made? Oh, from a creek I want to see the boys of the old brigade. From the hills of Barnes of Walls to Warnes was heard by one and all. And from the glen came those brave young men just to answer Ireland's call. Echoes long ago we faced a foe, the old brigade and me. And by my side we fought and died, so that Ireland she might be free. Where are the lads that stood with me when history was made? Oh, proud and free, I want to see the boys of the old brigade. Oh, armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons. Every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. Through the little streets of Belfast in the dark of early morn, British soldiers came running, wrecking little homes with scorn. Care saw the crying children, driving bottles from their bed. Watch the sea will help us mothers, watch the blood pour from their head. Armored cars and tanks and guns, it came to take away our sons. Every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. Oh, not for them a judge or jury, nor indeed a crime at all. Being Irish means we're guilty, so we're guilty one and all. Round the world the truth will echo, Cromwellsmen are here again. England's name again is sunny in the eyes of honest men. Here we go! Oh, armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons. Every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. And now, my boy, I told you why on Easter morning I have sang, as I recall my comrades all of dark old days gone by. Sure, I think of men who fought St. Glen with rifles and hand grenades. May heaven keep the men who sleep on the ranks of the old brigade. Oh, where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, Brother Creek, I want to the old brigade.
One of the bold Chris Carney here for you, live from Potter Brown's in Dublin there with the Boys Over Brigade and the Armoured Cars and Tanks and Guns. Great version of that we sung it for my good friend Aaron Fagan there from over in Whitewell. Of course, the 24th of April was the day the Easter Rising started, so that's who made that one. Right, so a few more people, folks, band tickets here while that last song was on, so cheers to you all. You're really band into this gig here on the 3rd of December, so I'll just go go do the video here now for you, just so you know exactly what is happening. So give us a wee watch. It lasts about 2 minutes, folks. This is the official video for the gig here in the Rock Bar.
'Twas down the glen one Easter morn, the city fair rode I, where armoured lines and marching men and squadrons did pass me by. Now fighting hum their battle drum, it sound out its loud tattoo. Oh, but the Angelus bell of the Liffey swell rang out on the foggy dew. Right proudly and high over Dublin town, they hung out their flags of war. 'Twas better to die beneath an Irish sky than in Suvla or Sodamar. From the plains of Royal Mead, strong men they came hurrying to, while Britannia's Huns and their long-range guns sailing through the foggy dew. 'Twas Britannia made our wild geese go, that small nations they might be free. Now their lonely graves are by Suvla's waves, and the French of the grey North Sea. On had they died by Pierce's side, or fought with the Provost too. Now their names we would keep where the Fenians sleep, neath the shroud of the foggy dew. But the bravest fell, the requiem bell rang mournfully and clear, for those who died at Easter time in the springing of that year. While the world did gaze in deep amaze at those fearless men but for you, who bore the fight so freedom's light by shine through the foggy dew. Oh!
There you go, folks. That's the official video we'll put out for the gig here on the 3rd of December at the Rock Bar, featuring myself and the lads from Clover in County Limerick. So get your tickets bought, folks. I'd say there are only 150 tickets maximum for that gig, so I don't want people saying, I didn't get a ticket, so I didn't. So there you just go. Arthur, you're taking up the whole bloody feed here, so you are. I might play one or two of your songs, but I'm not a jukebox, you know, so I'm not. Let's see. What is wrong with your ramble today, mate? What he says, why is everyone so miserable today? Fuck's sake, you getting me down, I'm offski. Well, who's being miserable today, mate? I don't know what you're talking about there. Unrepentant Finian, they are. Right? Arthur Taylor said as well for James Conley. 90 miles from Dublin. Right, let's see what we'll go do next. We'll have so Dirty asked me to play a Celtic song, so I'll put up this here. Obviously next week, folks, you'll see me. This actually flyer here has been getting a lot of traction on Facebook over the last couple of days. So next Sunday, folks, actually because it is the last Glasgow derby of the season, Celtic against Old Firm FC, as they like to be called. So they never stop going on about it. About wanting to be being part of the Old Firm. So we'll give them at their name, Old Firm FC. So yeah, folks, the game kicks off next week at 12 o'clock, and obviously finishes about 2 o'clock. So instead of next week doing no show at all, because I think sort of from here on inwards, I'm going to be doing a gig at McKennan's Bar in Belfast, basically as soon as all of the Celtic and Rangers games finish. Actually, just that's the flyer here, for that there. So it is, as you can see. So I'm going to be doing McKenna's from 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Next Sunday, folks, I'll probably get a wee live stream going as well. But that's why I'm going to be starting. So it's an early start next week. Going to be doing a build-up next Sunday, live in the show, with 3 great guests. And if there's anybody you want to talk to about Celtic, folks, these is the 3 guys you want to talk to. So we're going to have, up first, Tony Whitelaw, who's been on the show a good few times now from the famous Four Tims in a podcast. He's actually interviewed Ange a good few times now with us at the fans' press conferences. So Tony knows his stuff. Then we're going to have Keith Corcoran from the Come On the Hoops Celtic Facebook and YouTube channel. You'll have seen Keith regularly on Facebook doing live streams. So trying to get Keith on a few times. He's had me on his show a few times, but this is the first time I've actually got him to nail him down. So Keith's going to be coming on next Sunday morning as well to talk about the match. And then Mr. Celtic in West Belfast. If there's nothing this man doesn't know about Celtic, it's not worth knowing about Celtic. So it isn't. Of course, talking with my good friend, fellow DJ, Tony Coleman. Tony's going to be coming on as well, talking about the game, giving us his thoughts. So that's ours next Sunday, folks, from 10 till 12. It is an early start, so it is. I'm at the bottom of the door. I think I'm out of bed for this one. She doesn't normally raise to about 12 o'clock on a Sunday, so she doesn't. So, yep, I'll be up here at the studio doing an early start next week, 10 till 12, and then I'll be straight down the road. The mechanics, they'll be playing a few tunes once the match is finished. So that's what's happening next week, folks. So it's not going to be a normal show next week, 1 to 4. Next week, it's all about Celtic and Rangers. Massive game. Providing we win the day. Next week's result will have a massive burn on where the league title goes. Hopefully we'll have no helicopter Sunday, because I definitely do not want to go through that there again. Listen, I've seen clips of the Scott McDonald goal at Motherwell there the other day, and still giving me heart failure. Like, I can remember that day exactly where I was on helicopter Sunday. I was middle of Bangor, so it was not the place you want to be on a Sunday watching a Celtic match. But I was actually listening in the radio on the van, so it was, and just when I felt like that helicopter was coming to Fair Park to get us the title, no, it turned around, and Rangers ended up winning. It was just absolutely heartbreaking. I'm sure a lot of you will know what they're yourselves watching that, but helicopter Sunday, so definitely don't want to have another helicopter Sunday at all. So we will go to a song here. This is a song that was recommended to me by Tony Coleman a while ago, when he was probably the first time he was on the show, actually in the studio. It's a great song by a guy called Kevin Miles. And this is a big song with all the Celtic supporters and fans and their supporters clubs. The last few times I've played down McKenna's, I've played this song and the fans just love it. You all hear them all sing along. So it's a song called Celtic, My Heart and My Soul. So obviously we'll play this here now as he put the flyer up again for next week. So this is the next tune today, folks. This is Kevin Miles' cracking tune today called Celtic, My Heart and My Soul. And cheers Tony Coleman for putting me onto this here tune, because it is cracking. I hadn't heard it before until I heard Tony playing it on his show about 2 years ago now. So here we go.
Oh, Celtic, 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 my heart and my soul. I followed the teams of the past and watched history unfold. Going to Parkhead with my dad and my brother. It's true what they say, we're a club like no other. The colours that flow through my veins are all green, white and gold. The sun, it shines down as we're walking along London roads. The Green Brigade burst into song and the jungle explodes. So what does it mean to be Celtic, and how does it feel to pull on the hoops and be fearless like Billy McNeil? Oh, Celtic, 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 my heart and my soul. I followed the teams of the past and watched history unfold. Going to Parkhead with my dad and my brother. It's true what they say, we're a club like no other. The colours that flow through my veins are all green, white and gold. They came in their thousands to Lisbon and Jock had a plan. He understood football was nothing without the fans. We went to go down before Gemmell and Chalmers would save us. Our jerseys don't fit second best or inferior players. Oh, Oh, Celtic, 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 my heart and my soul. I followed the teams of the past and watched history unfold. Going to Parkhead with my dad and my brother. It's true what they say, we're a club like no other. The colours that flow through my veins are all green, white and gold. Oh, Celtic, 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 my heart and my soul. I followed the teams of the past and watched history unfold. Going to Parkhead with my dad and my brother. It's true what they say, we're a club like no other. The colours that flow through my veins are all green, white and gold.
Yes, and Kevin Miles are folks with Celtic, my heart and my soul. Class, I love that. Every time I hear it, it makes me love it even more and more. I love that version. So again, cheers Tony Coleman, your legendary for sticking that, put me on that song. It's a shame that guy's only released one song. So it is, but yeah, it's a class tune. Folks, this is Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast. Myself, Ro, till 4 o'clock this afternoon. No guest today, just myself. So we're just pumping the tunes over the next few hours for you. There's the first hour gone already. So it is, let's see, I Love Cats by, he says, playing 19 Men, Jared from Swatra, 19 Men. See, John McKenzie, Green Mountain Gold. Neil Costigan says, so Belfast time, so it's going to be 5 o'clock in the morning over there. So when we'll start the show next week. So Neil, I'm sorry, obviously I wouldn't expect you to be getting up to watch the show at 5 o'clock in the morning. That would be way beyond the Call of Duty, mate. But just the way this match is so important next Sunday, so it is. It's a massive game. So we're going to do the build up. It's crazy, but you see 12 o'clock kickoffs, like it's just, I don't get it, like but I suppose it's all down to the Caps, and they've always have been 12 o'clock kickoffs, haven't they? It isn't ideal, but sure. So yeah, that's next Sunday, folks. We're going to do the late build up from the late build up from 10 o'clock right through to 12 o'clock. Then I'm going to be down McKenna's Bar in Sailortown from 2 to 7. But playing all the Celtic songs, a few Rebs as well, and maybe a few ravey tunes as well, like we've done last week's. Yeah, it went down well. So that's right. What's the next song? So let's see who was asking for Dan Rabble. Where are you? Let's see who this here one was. Where are you? Let's look back up the stream. So Ray Callahan there in Dublin, watching on YouTube today. He was looking for Dan Rebel. So we're going to play. I haven't actually heard this version yet. I have had it now, but I haven't heard Emer singing this one. So this is from Emer's album, A Thorn in England's Side. This is the studio album she done. So it is. This is the same album that Paddy Kelly, the Prayer Dungannon, is on. So hopefully this one here will be just as good as that. The rest of the songs are just sung as well. So Ray, this one's for you. This is the Dan Rebel. So it is on Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast, multi-streaming live here on Facebook, on YouTube and Twitter. The 4 o'clock phase.
Was dark and the fight had ended. The moon shone down O'Connell Street. I stood alone where great men perished. Those men have gone, they're God to me. Only son was shot in Dublin, fighting for his country bold. He fought for Ireland and for Ireland only. The harp and shamrock, green, white and gold. First I met was a grey-haired father, searching for no use searching for up to heaven. Your son is gone. My only son was shot in Dublin, fighting for his country boy. He fought for Ireland and for Ireland only. The heart and shamrock, green, white and gold. The old man cried, I'm broken hearted. Bending low, I heard him say, I knew my son was too kind hearted. I knew my son would never yield. My only son was shot in Dublin, fighting for his country boy. He fought for Ireland and for Ireland only. The heartland shamrock, green, white and gold. And the last I met was a dying rebel. Bending low, I heard him say, God bless my home in dear Cork City. God bless this cause for which I died. My only son was shot in Dublin, fighting for his country boy. He fought for Ireland and for Ireland only. The heartland shamrock, green, white and gold. The heartland shamrock, green, white and gold.
Yeah, fantastic. There's the brilliant Emer McLachlan, and what a weekend she had last weekend there. It's great to see that she's hooked up there with coach, the legend that is coach Gary Oakes, bass player from Glasgow. Coach is more or less in full time with Emer Nice ways. They had such a run last weekend. I think 6-7 gigs between all over the north, and then in Belfast as well, in Scotland. There's a man saying now, Stevie, at least you're awake, Stephen Holbrook. You may hope Roe doesn't share that photo of you sleeping. Well, you're too late, Marty. It's lined up to be on the week second. I'm just waiting on it to come through here. So it was Stevie says, well, considering all I do is work, drink, dip and crap, I'm not working today. Just poured a drink and had a crap in the morning. Well, that's lovely. Thanks for sharing that there, mate. Yeah, Stevie, good to see you on, mucker. You're a bit late today, but no sign of Celine. She must be still down Ballycastle, so she must be living her best life. So she is. Let's see who else we have here. Yes, Arthur, your spelling isn't great. You must be on the tins already, are you? Let's see. So what about right? So we're talking whenever we're on. Not last week, the week before, what sort of mentioned about Bundoran has been launched. So it has. So the tickets are now out for it, folks. The wristbands, they're £50 for the whole weekend. So they are. And the way it's working is you have to go to the. Well, actually, I'm going to play the video here now for you, right? And then just watch the whole video, and it tells you who's playing at the weekend. and it tells you how to get the tickets as well. It's a bit complicated when you look at it because what they're busy doing is they're only doing them in batches of 50. I think it's all to do with bank accounts and stuff, so they can keep track of the sales and who's bought them and stuff. Because there's going to be so many of them, you know. So what they want people to do is the tickets are £50. So initially, if you go the bad ticket, you have to pay £25 deposit, right? That gets you your ticket, and then when you go to the festival, there's going to be like a wee ticket booth, and you go and pick up your wristbands then and basically pay your balance. That's the way that they're doing it. So it is. So Mickey Bale is going to be on the show whenever I can get him. Hopefully, maybe in a couple of weeks' time, and Mickey should explain to you the whole crack of what the ticket is. But I'll play the video, and the band playing here on the background. You can hear him is Ansparad, and the reason I've put them on the soundtrack for is because it's They recorded this song. It's a video, actually, I recorded of Ansparad live in the Allingham, and you can hear them busy singing. It's like a wee Celtic medley, so it's a great wee tune. Not the best quality because it is a mobile phone. Just with the band, no playing on the stage, but you get the gist of it. But here we go. So this is the official video for Bundoran, folks, 2022. If you haven't got your tickets yet, get on, get the mags. It's going to be a class weekend. So it is.
She's out there, I know again. I can't get up, I can't get up. All the things you do to me and all the things you say, I can't get up, I can't get up. Step and stay as you fall in love, and I just can't shoot the game and fall.
There you go, folks. That's going to be some weekend. So it is. Just get the screen back on there. So the tickets fit there, folks, are £50 each. And normally what I do, if you haven't been to the festival on the Saturday afternoon, I normally be outside the Central Hotel. Obviously, it's not going to be there this year because the Central have pulled out of the festival. So I'm going to be outside one of the bars just taking part in the festival anyway. And I do usually 2 or 3 hours. I'll go on live on Facebook and stuff, play a load of tunes. Some of the bands as well who play come down and do a few live songs as well. It's a great atmosphere. So it is the whole weekend. So spring up. You see it line up our folks all in bands for £50 for like basically Sunday, or sorry, from Thursday night right through to Sunday. It's some weekend, so hopefully see a few years there. Right, so Dan Breen there was looking for Willie and Danny, right? So we'll do this version here. After we played Emer there, so we're going to now play our brother, Jared. This is from the Irish Brigade's live at the Sidewalk in Dublin, so it is album, and I love Jared singing this version of this song. It really suits his voice, really high pitched the way he does this one. So from Emer Naglahan to Jared Clacken, and this will give us a wee bit of a sort of insight of where we're going to get knocked off or not today, because it's not only whenever Jerry's singing the Irish Brigade songs we get cut out, but I don't know if whenever Jared's singing we'll get cut off, so we'll soon see where we'll get cut off Facebook or not now. So here we go. This is the Irish Brigade with Willie and Danny from one of their live CDs recorded live in Dublin. This is especially for Dan Breen. Right, here we go.
Song this time called Willie and Danny.
Try to sing some songs of glory, sing some songs of peace. But in the end it's the same old story. The both are out of reach. And people tell me they're sick and tired of seeing this place run down. But I say, take your blindfolds off, you hypocrites, and help us get out the ground. I've been saying no. While Willie and Danny had to go, the reasons they need. Laying down the lives for us here out here, please say it so. 70 shots between their bodies now. One of those bullets missed. But for every trigger pulled that morning, a volunteer will enlist. And for 5 long hours you left them lying there. The priest was turned away. So that's another step, Lord, for those SAS murderers. We'll never forget that day. I've been saying so. While Willie and Danny had to go, the reasons are clear. They're laying down their lives for us here out here. Please say it so. The funerals were to prove their worthiness as thousands thronged the streets. As the Borstal boys circled helplessly overhead as the rock came out to salute. And they emptied their magazines over each coffin as defiantly the crowd were sent. And that's another day dawns and the guns will be out again, 'cause Willie and Danny have friends. And please say it so. Why Willie and Danny had to go, the reasons are clear. They're laying down their lives for us here out here. Please say it is so. Why Willie and Danny had to go, the reasons are clear. They're laying down their lives for us here out here. Please say it isn't so.
There we go, the brilliant Jared Clackham there for you with the Irish here with Ball of Willie and Danny. That was for Dan Breed, that one. So normally any minute now you see Facebook, the banner pops up saying you've been a naughty boy and we're going to cut off your Facebook stream. So you never know. You ever see Jamie? I'm drinking out of your Jamie cup anyway. So yeah, so that's us. That's the official Rebel Sundays mug. Getting drunk on an egg. Good man yourself, mate. Right, let's see what we're saying here. Play Grace. Oh Jesus, that's a song there I'd never ever play, so I don't like. It's but Jesus, see that song, Grace. I'm definitely not playing it today. It's one of those songs, mate. That's it gets requested every week about 3 or 4 times, but it's a song I almost hate playing now, because it's been played to death by every band, DJ, whatever and stuff, and it's just I'll play it every few weeks, you know what I mean? But not today, mate. It's get the tunes pumping. Yes, Dirty OK. Richard says, I hope Celtic play better next week or this week than they did last week. See, being honest, now people saying about Celtic playing the way they played last week, I just think, listen, see cup football, especially, see anything form just goes out the window in a cup match. I think obviously Anne just getting a bit of slack from people for last week, the game. It was basically a semi-final of the Scottish Cup. A lot of stuff was at stake, you know what I mean? I think for Celtic, obviously, all highs for Celtic now are on the doing the double. Well, we've already got the League Cup, and getting the league is it's the ball's in our court now, so it is 6 points ahead of we'll win the game today. So it's definitely winnable. But I think for everybody that said last week, we played shit and played crap. Yeah, we definitely didn't play. Obviously, Rangers wanted it more. I think that's what it was. So it was. But listen, it's a cup match. You can't win them all, so you can't. So let's see. Sinead Love says, great version. Thanks for playing. Oh, not a problem. There goes what was spicy here for Dan Breen. Not a problem, mate. Right. Let's see. Maura Burns, great song. I had a song lined up or so did, and the buddy thing cut off on me for some reason. I have to go and find it here now again. So so it was for a thing. Who asked for this earlier on? Christina asked for this one earlier on. I don't know if you went and seen these. And I seen their video. They were playing the Barlands there a few weeks ago, and the video looked absolutely class. But that's so we're looking for Bees Wing. So we'll do this one here. Great version from the Whistling Donkeys. And I know this man here absolutely loves this version. He loves the Whistling Donkeys. I was talking about Stevie. This state of him. That's Mr. Holbrook, our folks. Who is meant to be a drinker, but he's soup drinker more like. So he is like if that's anything to go by. Stevie, I heard this here was like about 5 o'clock at night or something, so it wasn't you're sitting there, or probably 5 o'clock in the morning, so it was. But you can thank your good mate Marty for saying that there through. Always a pleasure here to folks take the piss out of our good friends and followers. What's the word? No thing intended. So a bit of crack, that's all it is. So feel free to say any photographs you want, and we'll get them on the screen, and we'll have a good laugh at the expense of our regular viewers and friends and comrades. So we'll Amory Barkley was looking for My Last Farewell. Let's see, and Anne's We Trust, definitely. Derek says, rather losing the cup than next week's game. Definitely, mate, that's it, I know. Right, so Christina, this one is spicy for you, and this is I said really good version of this song. This is the studio version they've done. This is from their album Sing Like a Donkey. The Whistling Donkeys from Tyrone. Here we go. This is the Bees Wing, especially for Christina on Rebel Sundays, folks.
I was 18 when I came to town. They called it the summer of love. They were burning babies, burning flags, and the hawks against the dove. I took a job at the steaming way down on Keldrum Street, and I fell in love with a laundry girl that was working next to me. Brown hair zigzagged around her face, and the look of half surprise, like a fox caught in the headlights, there was animal in her eyes. She said to me, oh, can't you see, I'm not the factory kind, and if you don't take me out of here, I lose my mind. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. She was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, so long as there's no price in love, I'll stay. You wouldn't want me any other way. We busked around the market towns for picking down in Kent. We could tinker pots and pans and knives wherever we went. And I said to her, we'll settle down and get a few acres dug, with a fire burning in the hearth and bobbies on the rug. She said, oh man, you foolish man, that surely sounds like hell. You might be lord of half the world, you'll not own me as well. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. She was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, so long as there's no price on love I'll stay. You wouldn't want me any other way. Camping down a Gower one time and the work was mighty good. She wouldn't wait for the harvest, I thought we should. We were drinking more in those days, our tempers reached a pitch. Like a fool I let her run away when she took the rambling hitch. And the last I heard she's living rough, back in the Derby beat. Bottle of white horse in her pocket, a wolfhound at her feet. And they say that she got married once to a man called Romany Brown. Even the gypsy caravan was too much like settling down. They say her rose is faded with weather and hard booze. Maybe that's the price you pay for the chains that you refuse. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing. I miss her more than ever words can say. If I could just taste all of her wildness now, if I could hold her in my arms today, I wouldn't want her any other way.
Yeah, so the Beeswinger, folks, for you. The brilliant Whistling Donkeys, the lads from Tyrone. That's definitely one of the bucket list. I'd love to go and see them guys playing live one of these days. It's a great gig. I heard the album was done live at the Mandela Hall or Queen's Student Union before it was knocked down, and it's a collapsy. A lot of culties in the crowd, so there was. You hear all young students, whatever, all the yeehaw and all. But it was a great album and great recording live. So I would love to go and see the Emmons in concert one of these days. So just have the match here now in front of me. So we'll have just Big Ange just get interviewed there now. So I'll say my buddy stream will probably be is normally about a minute behind. But again, cheers to Pedro, who's lent me his Sky Go Up password. So you're a legend, mate. Cheers for getting me on there. I can watch it on the phone here and do the show at the same time. So, right, so where are we going? This next one. This one is a bit long. This is probably, if you're going to be doing a live album, this is probably not the song you should be starting off with. But basically, for some reason, Alan Quinn always starts off with this song. Of course, talking about the Sam song. So this is for Arthur Taylor. Asked for this one, Shebeen, and this album is called Live in the Cregan. It's at Mary's Hall, I think it was recording it. And this is definitely one of those. It's the go-to Rebel albums. I put this up here, definitely up there with our Ogue Live in the Brazen Head. This is an iconic Rebel album, one of the definitely iconic live Rebel albums. You can really hear the crowd in this here. Alan's voice, when he's singing the Sham song at the start, it's almost gone. This is the first song on the Billy CD, so God knows how he was going to get through the rest of the album. But anyway, so folks, for Arthur Taylor, this one, Spicy for you. Right, Celtic, here we go, come on, let's do this, lads. Up in Dingwall there. This is the Sam song with Shebeen, Live in the Cregan in Derry. Spicy for Arthur Taylor, folks, on Rebel Sundays. So the match is just kicking off about now in the next few minutes. Hopefully, folks, fingers crossed, we'll get these 3 points, get us back on the top of the table again with 6 points over the Cream Buns.
Hey, hello and welcome along here to St Mary's Cregan. Chucky Allah the rock. Sang the silence in the sky. Chucky and Lot, sing up the rock. Sang the stars in the sky. One, two, three, four. I have been a pro now for 50 years or more. Fun, but I ain't your score. Then we've got a weapon that we've never used before. It's a looking worried, and they're gonna worry more. Chucky, our love, sing up the rock, up the rock, up the rock. Sam Messiah in the sky. I started out with petrol bombs and throwing sticks and stones. There's 100 lads more like me, but never was alone. Still I learned the sticks and stones were dragged up butts away. Wasn't very long before I joined the IRA. I see ye, Chucky alive. Sing up the rock. Sam Messiah in the sky. And then there came interments in the year of 71. The place that we were beaten, that we were on the run. Until early August morning, they kept them about dawn. But for every man they took away, yeah, they missed 100 more, with more to go. Chucky Allah, sing up the rock, up the rock, up the rock. Sam Messiah in the sky. Allah, sing up the rock, up the rock, up the rock. Sam Messiah in the sky. And I spent 8 years in the cages, a time I think I'm plan. And the way lumps away up by, I was time man. There's only one thing that I've learned while in the sun I lay. The pits will never leave us. But I'm tall morning fuck. Chucky Allah, sing up the rock, up the rock, up the rock.
Yeah, as soon as you've been there, if you folks, with the Sam song called Live at St Mary's Hall in the Creggan. From that iconic album there, and that's what song got us cut off Facebook there. So it was. So I've just started a new stream. So I have that's to say to Mark Zuckerberg or fuck you on your bloody page. But yeah, we're back on Facebook. See, I thought the numbers were dropping down because the soccer match started, but then no. I think it's because it just seen the red flag popping up saying no, your stream just been cut off. Go on, Kyogo. Oh. I think I'm a couple minutes behind here. So if I see popped up on the screen here saying we've scored, I'll know because it's still 0-0 on my screen. So, but fingers crossed we're going to be early one here. And Kyogo's going to run red, so he is with a bit of luck. Right, folks, this is Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast here, multi-streaming live on YouTube, back on Facebook again, on Twitter as well. So if you are on Facebook, if you just started the new stream, please share the stream for us on Facebook again. Whatever pages you shared it to the last time, just do it again for us, folks. Be much appreciated. I'm going to share it myself here again, do a load of groups. To get the wee numbers jump back up again on Facebook. So, right, next tune for you, folks. I've got the match on here. I know that ladies are watching the match and having the music on the background as well. So, that's quite understandable. So, we'll just try and rattle through as many songs as possible over the next hour and a half or so. I think it's what I've left. Yeah, another hour and 25 minutes. So, next tune for you is we're going to do a bit of Kathleen Largy with the Flying Column and this Legion of the Rear Guard on Rebel Sundays, folks.
Legion of the Rear Guard, answering to Ireland's call. Hark, the martial tramp is heard from Cork to Donegal. Tone and Emmet guide us, though your task be hard. Jimmy Steele will lead us, soldiers of the Legion of the Rear Guard. We raise our battle cry. Pierce and McDermott will pray for them on high. Eager and ready, for love of you we die. Proud marches, soldiers of the Rear Guard. Legion of the Rear Guard, answering to Ireland's call. Hark, the martial tramp is heard from Cork to Donegal. Your task be hard. Jimmy Steele will lead us, soldiers of the Legion of the Rear Guard. Cork, Kerry, Wexford, Tipperary, Clare, Galway to Dublin, Tyrconnell to Kildare. None shall be missing, all Ireland will be there. Wait for the soldiers of the Rear Guard. Legion of the Rear Guard, answering to Ireland's call. Hark, the martial tramp is heard from Cork to Donegal. Tone and Emmet guide you, though your task be hard. Jimmy Steele will lead us, soldiers of the Legion of the Rear Guard. The cribs and the roadside, the prison wall, the cave, proof of their valor, the sleep and peace she brave. Comrade, tread lightly, you're near a hero's grave. Proud die the soldiers of the Rear Guard. Legion of the Rear Guard, answering to Ireland's call. Hark, the martial tramp is heard from Cork to Donegal. Tone and Emmet guide you, though your task be hard. Jimmy Steele will lead us, soldiers of the Legion of the Rear Guard.
Call me what you will, oh, and tell me what they say. For tomorrow brings a new wind, and the rain has gone away. For within these walls, and I see the sun as it shines over the hill, shining into those valleys and amongst the daffodils. But when this war is over and I see your face again, then I'll tell you of the warriors who put death before revenge.
if they only realize that Thatcher marks us well, they are 10 more determined reasons for the breakout of this hell. Happy when this war is over and I see your face again, then I'll tell you of the warriors who put death before revenge. O'Hara, Hughes, McCreashan, Sands, Doherty and Lynch, McDonnell, Herson, Michael, we divine, forever in our minds.
So Krista Coiler, if you folks with goal. Is it a goal already? Goal. I said I'm must be a few seconds behind here, so must have scored there now. Let's see. Yes, 1-0. Kyogo. Right, I'm just going to watch this live now, so I am, but obviously I'm like a minute behind. Let's see. Go on ahead, Colin Mack there. So I'm just commenting here, folks, with now. So this must be a good 2 minutes behind this here, the stream I'm watching Sky Go, so it is, but sure. Right, yeah, that was Krista Coiler with Jesus. Sorry, Death for Revenge. And before that, I had another great Irish singer, Kathleen Loggier, with Legion of the Rearguard. So yeah, folks, this is Rebel Sundays. I'd say the numbers have slightly dipped a wee bit, especially on Facebook, but that's surprising. Well, he's watching the match live, so great to see Kyogo's back. Anyway, his first game, probably fully fit back, and he's back on the score sheet. Here we go. There we go. Go on, Kyogo, we header. Good man, son. As you can see, I'm just watching it here now. He's all put there 1-0, 1-0 there about a minute and a half ago, and I'm only seeing it live. Listen, it's on live, so great to see. Good man, Kyogo, you wee Japanese superstar for you. Robert Callagher says, when are you playing in Cork City? Do you mean me? Well, whenever Michael O'Malley or Conor McLaughlin gets their finger in their hole and gets me up to the Heart Bar for a wee gig, you never know, maybe up in Cork City sometime this year. There's the man himself, Clint Rush. What's the crack, Arabian? How's it going? Not too bad, mate. Good to see you on today. Cheers for tuning in to the show, and good to see you all last week. And to say, I thought I would have started about an hour earlier doing my DJ set last Saturday, only Clint kept going. Right, this is the last song. Right, and we're going to do the last few songs. And they're playing the last few songs. Right, this is definitely the last few songs again. But listen, who am I to complain? It's your gig, you know what I mean? Like, Ross County, Dirty Bombs. Yeah, it definitely was Marty Great Cross, so it was from Jada. When he's on form, he's definitely on form. But right, so we'll do a tune here now. This is from Off and Ride, cracking live album. This one, live at the Barlands. This is Provo's Lullaby. So say, folks, we'll try and maybe cut down in the talking as much as we are all watching the match and don't want to listen to me talking shit as much. So we'll keep the tunes on in the background for you, and maybe get a few more Celtic songs on as well today. See the match is on in a minute. So this is Provo's Lullaby from Off and Ride, live at the Glasgow Barlands, and we'll do the whole intro right into this here wee song. Basically, how many bands have said the world's number one Glasgow Celtic band, the world's number one rebel band, all this here, yada yada yada. But I think at the time this album was out, After I was way up there with what the top bands in Scotland, specifically the rebel bands. Anyway, here we go.
Please welcome on the stage Glasgow's number one Irish rebel band, the mighty Athenry!
So go whistling my wherever of old. Let the time gather them by. Can't you hear the volley Someday you'll die and go to heaven. There'll be no black bastards over there. This man, the all you say. So go to sleep, my weary provo. At the time goes up and by. Can't you hear the bullets humming? That's a provo's lullaby. Okay, folks, let's see the hands of the earth. So go to sleep, my weary provo. Let the time go drift and by. Can't you hear the bullets humming? That's a provo's lullaby. Yes, that's a provo's lullaby.
How to sleep, my weary provo. What's my name?
Fate was dealing them a cruel hand. Hugh Callahan was walking home through the evening rain, not knowing what lay in store for him. You'll find traces of nitro on cigarettes and matches, on four white tabletops and the decks of playing cards. When forensic found traces on the hands of these 6 men, the police drove up from Birmingham. They were saying the case was closed. Have you ever seen the mugshots that were taken after 48 hours in custody? The battered and bruised, haunted looks upon their faces. The judge accepted, they confessed willingly. Please take another look at what you see. If you tell me my family are being terrorized, keep me awake for 6 days and nights, confused and terrified. In the lonely dark of night, I'll swear that black is white. If you let me just lie down and close my eyes, I'll sign anything if you let me close my eyes. Scales of justice, balance of your act. Am I talking to myself or to the wall? Hugh Callahan, Paddy Hill, a Jerry Hunter, a Johnny Walker, a Billy Power, Dick McElkenny, scapegoats all. For 16 years they've been talking to the wall.
Yes, Christy Murray, folks, sort of scapegoats, and I meant to play the album version, or that was one of the live versions, and it sounded like it was recorded there with a Nokia 3310, so it was, but I just sort of said, I'll let it play away, so because it was the song had started and all, I didn't want to cut it out halfway through, but yeah, normally we'd play the studio version about their song, but that was for somebody to ask that one way in the start of the stream earlier on, and don't know who it was, so let's see, Proven Mill says, yep, multitasking here, watching the game, and Rebel at the same time, good man yourself. Let's see who else we have on here today. Ray Callahan says, yeah, Donegal 3 points to better Armagh at half time. Armagh were doing actually quite well this season, so they were like, see Antrim's put out of the already the championship yesterday. up at Corrigan Park. They're playing great crowd scene. The pitch looks phenomenal, so it does. But again, it comes back to the whole thing about Casement Park. We need to get this here built. And Antrim need to be playing their games at Casement and not up in the bloody White Rock, causing traffic jams and all the rest of it. But it's saying that there, whenever they do build Casement, I still don't know where the hell people are going to park, because there's no talk of a major car park getting built anywhere, so I don't know where the hell they're going to, all these cars are going to go for a 30-odd thousand seater stadium. Right, what do we have lined up next? We're going to do, somebody had asked me as well earlier on to play Wrap the Green Flag Around Me, so we're going to do this one here from the Wolf Tones, their version of the song, and again, hopefully this here doesn't get us hopefully it doesn't get us cut off. So again, folks, this is Rebel Sunday. So just watching the match here. I know the numbers are, I'm just watching the screen now, they're a bit down, more less than they normally would be while the show's on, but very, very important match this is, so it is, and people have more pressing matters watching the game than listening to me talking shit until 4 o'clock, but that's perfectly understandable, folks. Well, here we go. This is the Wolf Tones with Wrap the Green Flag Around Me on Rebel Sundays.
Wrap the green flag around me, boys, to die were far more sweet. When Erin's noble emblem, boys, to be my winding sheet. In life I love to see it wave and follow where it led. But now my eyes grow dim, my hand would grasp its last bright thread. So wrap the green flag round me, boys, to die were far more sweet. With Erin's noble emblem, boys, to be my winding sheet. And I had hopes to meet you, boys, on many's the well-fought field, when to our sacred banner, boys, the treacherous foe would yield. But now, alas, I am denied my dearest earthly prayer. You'll follow and you'll meet the foe, but I shall not be there. So wrap the green flag round me, boys, to die were far more sweet. With Erin's noble emblem, boys, to be my winding sheet. And though my body moulders, boys, my spirit will be free. And every comrade's honour, boys, will yet be dear to me. And in the midst of bloody fight, let not your courage lag, for I'll be there and hovering near beneath the dear old flag. So wrap the green flag round me, boys, to die were far more sweet. With Erin's noble emblem, boys, to be my winding sheet. So wrap the green flag round me, boys, to die were far more sweet. With Erin's noble emblem, boys, to be my winding sheet.
There you go. So the Wolf Tones are a few folks with Wrap the Green Flag Around Me, boys, on Rebel Sundays. Maura Burns there, thank you very much for that lovely comment. Love Rebel Sundays, Ro, you make it. Thank you very much, Mrs. Steve Kerr says, can you please play Grace, big man from Toronto? But not today. Listen, as mentioned out on there, Grace isn't going to play in the show every single week. I said the song's absolutely played to death, so it is. But I'll maybe do it in the next show, but definitely not today. I don't like playing the song on every single week, so I don't. So it's been played that much, so it is, you know. Marty says, what's wrong with the White Rock? Absolutely nothing, Marty. Well, I was talking about more about whenever there's a match on up there. It's just bloody mayhem because there's just cars everywhere and all whatever. I mean, it's great for the area. So it is like. So I'm sure it's great for everybody that lives beside Corrigan Park. They can go and watch the match. But that's what I was saying. It was more or less saying about the casement that just needs to get built, you know. Right, so who else for this one here? So Joe McCrone was looking for this one, looking for the Fenian record player. So we'll move on. So you just rattle through the songs today, folks. There's no guests this afternoon, just myself. So more about all the songs today than the talking shite. So Joe McCrone, this one's played for you. This is the Irish Brigade from their album Our Day Will Come. This is the Fenian record player.
Wee Willie John McFadgen was a loyal orange broad, who thought that Ian Paisley was just one step down from God. He thought they ate the children in the backwoods of Ardoyne, and he thought that history started with the Battle of the Boyne. He thought that history started with the Battle of the Boyne. One day he took a brick in his hand and he dandered up the falls. He was mumbling up the Rangers and humming Derry's walls. He broke the big shop window to annoy the Pope of Rome, and he took a record player out and then he started home. He took a record player out and then he started home. Next night they had a hoolie in his local Orange Hall. Wee Willie took his player to make music for the ball. He chose a stack of records of a very loyal kind, but when the music started up, he nearly lost his mind. But when the music started up, he nearly lost his mind. This Fenian record player was a rebel to the core. It played the songs the Orange Hall had never heard before. For Dolly's Braes and Derry's walls, it didn't give a fake, and it speeded up God Save the Queen till it sounded like a jig. It speeded up God Save the Queen till it sounded like a jig. It played the woods of Upton and the wearing of the green. Such turmoil in an Orange Hall has never yet been seen. It played the boys of Wexford and the men of 98. But when it played the soldier's song, it sealed Wee Willie's fate. But when it played the soldier's song, it sealed Wee Willie's fate. For the boys were clean demented, to the ground Wee Will was thrown. They kicked his ribs in one by one to the tune of Gary Owen. They threw him out the window to a song about Sinn Féin. They kicked them all down Sandy Road to a nation once again. They kicked them all down Sandy Road to a nation once again. This Fenian record player was heard no nevermore. They prodded it with digging poles and threw it on the floor. But still the funniest sight, me boys, that I have ever seen, for the flashes flying out of it were orange, white and green. For the flashes flying out of it were orange, white and green. Wee Willie's up in the mental home, crazy as a coot. He sits there in a potted cell and tootles with his flute. But when he tries to play the sash, he always gets it wrong. For halfway through he always finds he's playing the soldier's song. For halfway through he always finds he's playing the soldier's song. There's a moral to this story, what it is I cannot say. Maybe it's the ancient verse that crime will never pay. If you ask Wee Willie McFadgen, he'll say a crime be blowed. If you want a pinch of record player, do it up the Shankle Road. If you want a pinch of record player, do it up the Shankle Road.
There you go. Some of the Irish Brigade there, folks, with the Fenian record player, especially for Joe McCrone, that one. And if I'm not mistaken, that definitely sounds like Tony McNally they're saying. So obviously a really early Irish Brigade album when Tony was originally in the band. So he was Mickey McNally's brother. There's Tony, who's with Inspired of Freedom Now with Tony Kelly. But definitely sounds there that Tony McNally's was I'm sure somebody will be able to update me on that there. There was no better me, but definitely sounds like his voice. Definitely not Jerry anyway there, so it isn't. Marty Heaney, yeah, cool, hit the crossbar. I just seen it there a minute ago, so it shows you how far behind my stream is on the Sky Go. But here, sure, we're seeing the match anyway. Folks, yeah, this is Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast with myself, Ro here. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, please share the stream. I had to start a new stream there, so that because the Sam song cut us off from Shabeen, so the numbers are a wee bit down, but I say it's because the match is on as well, so I completely understand people watching the match and not wanting to have the show on, so sure, nothing you can do. See, James Deb McClave says, have you played Scapegoat yet? As someone requested at the start of the show, yes. Oh, I played Scapegoat there by Christy Moore, so that was the live version of done. So Anne-Marie Barkley was looking for My Last Farewell, so she was, so yeah, we're going to do this version here now for you. This is from the Stories of the Land album. You know, I've been pumping this here from Ronan first brought it out. It's the Stories of the Land, the Shanaghy Sessions, an Irish collection. There's 18 songs in this here. This is the same album that Joseph Mary is on. So oh Jesus Christ, Marty, yes, I got your PM there, nice with it. I'm just going to put that up. Hold on 2 seconds for me. So obviously, if you all know Marty is our moderator on YouTube. So this is the way he watches the show anyway. So it is on a Sunday. So it is, well, let's see. So this is him here in the living room, sitting tea in hand, show on the laptop, and watching the Saturday match on the main TV. Good man, Marty, yourself, always on hand there to be kicking out any balloons that we find on YouTube. Get out of hand, or give them a wee rap the knuckles, or a 3-minute timeout. So it is. You've even had to give your wife a timeout now and again. So you have, but yep, fair play, good crack. Right, let's see. So this is for Anne Marie, who was looking for My Last Farewell. So this is from the album The Stories of the Land, and on singing this here one is Monica McGuigan on this album. Cracking album, folks. This is Rebel Sundays with Stories of the Land and it's My Last Farewell. Spicy for Anne Marie, who asked for it on Facebook. Here we go.
Dearest mother, I am writing just to say I won't be home. There's something that I have to do, and I must do alone. They have took me, and they've put me in this lonely prison cell. Tonight my thoughts are with you as I say my last farewell. So say goodbye to Margaret, Mary, Bridget and me all. I have no words to tell you how much I'll miss you all. And though I may not show it, you know I've loved you well. So in my final letter, I will bid my last farewell. Dearest brother, won't you take good care of all the folks for me? Go home to Rathfarnham on the day they set you free. I was happy when you stood by me in all that we've been through. No one has ever had so true a brother such as you. To say goodbye to Margaret, Mary, Bridget and me all. I have no words to tell you how much I'll miss you all. And though I may not show it, you know I've loved you well. So in my final letter, I'll bid my last farewell. his mother. It's so very sad that now we have to part. To understand the reasons would trouble your poor heart. I have told you since I was a boy, it was my destiny to die a true brave soldier, so that one day you'd be free. So say goodbye to Margaret, Mary, Bridget, and me Hall. I have no words to tell you how much I'll miss you all. And though I may not show it, you know I've loved you well. So in my final letter, I'll bid my last farewell.
And your homes are filled with sorrow and with sadness, and your hearts are filled with anguish and with pain. And on Ireland now she hangs her head in sorrow for the men who died at Upton for Sinn Féin. Let the moon shine out tonight along the valley where those heroes of Sinn Féin in ambush fell. May they rest in peace, those men who died for Ireland in the lonely woods of Upton for Sinn Féin. Some were thinking of their mothers, wives and sweethearts. Some were thinking of their dear old Irish home. Did they think of how they drilled along the valley when they marched out from Cork City to their doom? The warning cry rang out, fix your bayonets. And those gallant lads, they fixed them for the fray. Gallantly they fought and died for dear old Ireland in the lonely woods of Upton for Sinn Féin. Let the moon shine out tonight along the valley where those heroes of Sinn Féin in ambush fell. May they rest in peace, those men who died for Ireland in the lonely woods of Upton for Sinn Féin. In the lonely woods of Upton for Sinn Féin.
There we go. Sound of the Lonely Woods of Upton there for you, from Johnny Donegan. There's followed a few Limerick Limerick boys watching the show today. That was space for Dan Breen, who asked for that one there, and then of course for Anne Marie before that there one there. She was looking for My Last Farewell. So obviously there's Peter still on cue. He says, great to hear the brilliant Johnny, the fiddler Donegan, a singer we admire, Latin Clover. Yes, I know that there, Peter, definitely. Good to see you still on, mate. Watching today, I thought you were away there. Yeah, so that was Johnny Donegan there. What a beard that man has. That's take some growing that there thing there. So he has well done, Johnny. Actually, is he still about? Is he Peter Johnny Donegan, or what's the crack with him there? Let's see. These here comments. Marty, yes, was a great double save that keep there. But listen, see if it stays 1-0. I'd be happy, quite happy. It's all about getting the 3 points, nothing else. If it's a scrappy 3 points, I don't really care. As long as getting the 3 points, our goal difference is good enough anyway, so it is. So I'm not worried about how many goals we score. There's no way Rangers are going to catch up on the goal difference we have, not a chance of it. Right, just going to 3:15, so I've another 45 minutes to go the day's show. Folks, listen, get your requests in. If you asked for a song earlier on, you haven't played it yet, get it on again, and I'll try and get it on for you now. Say today's mostly all about just getting like No Road passed away a few years ago. Make his son also passed away. He was a great singer too. Oh, okay, no problem. Right, there you go. Cheers, mate. Right, yeah, so the day's show works mostly about getting the tunes played, because the match is on here. I know probably the whole everybody who's anyway Celtic fans watching this match right now, so this show is way down your list of priorities, so we'll just keep the tunes on the background and try not to do as much talking. So what we'll have lined up next, we're going to do this one here, bit of Spirit of Freedom this time. This is the Botany Bay, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
She's lying at the quay for to take old Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay. I was on my way down to the quay where the ship at anchor lay to command the gang of navvies that they told me to engage. I thought I'd drop in for a drink before I went away, for to take a trip on an emigrant ship to the shores of Botany Bay. Farewell, dear bricks and mortar, farewell, dear dirty lies, farewell, dear gangways and your gangplanks, and the hell with your overtime. For the good ship's ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay, for to take old Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay. Now the boss came up this morning, he says, well, Pat, you know, if you don't get your navvies out, I'm afraid you'll have to go. So I asked him for my wages, and the man that all me pay, and I told him straight that I'm going to emigrate to the shores of Botany Bay. Farewell, dear bricks and mortar, farewell, dear dirty lies, farewell, dear gangways and your gangplanks, and the hell with your overtime. For the good ship's ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay, for to take old Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay. And when I reach Australia, I'll go and dig for gold. There's plenty there for digging up, or so I have been told. Or else I'll go back to me trade, and 100 bricks I'll lay, because I live for an 8-hour shift on the shores of Botany Bay. Farewell, dear bricks and mortar, farewell, dear dirty lies, farewell, dear gangways and your gangplanks, and the hell with your overtime. For the good ship's ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay, for to take old Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay. Farewell, dear bricks and mortar, farewell, dear dirty lies, farewell, dear gangways and your gangplanks, and the hell with your overtime. For the good ship's ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay, for to take old Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay. Farewell, dear bricks and mortar, farewell, dear dirty lies, farewell, dear gangways and your gangplanks, and the hell with your overtime. For the good ship's ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay, for to take old Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay. Farewell to your bricks and mortar, farewell to your dirty lies, farewell to your gangways and your gangplanks and the hull but your overtime. For the good ship's ragamuffin, she's lying at the quay, for to take old Pat with a shovel on his back to the shores of Botany Bay.
We've got Tony Kelly here for you with Spirit of Freedom and the Botany Bay on Rebel Sundays, folks. Yeah, this is the Rebel Rebel podcast. We're multi-streaming live on Facebook, on YouTube and Twitter till 4 o'clock today. Yeah, just going half time there, so it's 1-0. Happy days. Let's see, just some of the comments here. Second. James Dan McClave says, I'm scared to request. Don't be scared anytime, mate. As I've had a busy day while trying to listen to your show, so we'll probably be requesting songs you've already played or unfortunately I've missed. Well, listen, have a wee think there, James. If there's any ones you want, and I'll get them on for you. If I haven't played them already. Right, so we'll go to this one here for Eamon Malley. He was looking for the Boston Rose. So we're going. This is from Damien Quinn's album. I haven't played any Damien Quinn today yet. The show's almost over. And this is from his album, Only Our Rivers Run Free. So it's the Boston Rose, this one, especially for Eamon Malley. Folks requested there on Rebel Sundays. Here we go.
Now the autumn leaves are falling, and the tourists have all gone. The children, they have all gone back to school, and my life is as it was before. I work 8 hours a day, but the company's still making all the There's a girl in Massachusetts, south of Boston town, she said, and her lovely face is with me all the day. Sure, I met her down in Old Tralee, holding her upon her hat, and I took her heart, and she stole mine. Goodbye, my Boston beauty. Farewell, my Boston rose. I'll wait for you, I'll think of you. No threats to you I'll pose. Goodbye, my Boston beauty. Farewell, my Boston rose. I wish that you were here, but I know that's the way life goes. There's a song we sang all summer in the bars of Dublin town. I can hear it on the factory radio, and the feelings I remember when I hear that simple tune makes me wonder if it really happened so. For we laughed and loved together till the summer days were gone, and she had to fly across the ocean wide. So goodbye, my Boston beauty, until we meet again, and I keep the fire burning deep inside. Goodbye, my Boston beauty. Farewell, my Boston rose. I wait for you, I think you were here, but I know that's the way life goes. And some nights when I'm drinking, my friends have gathered round. Well, just for fun, someone brings up your name. Well, I smile there with the rest of them, but I can't hear a sound. I love you, but to them it's all the same. And nights when I'm alone, I love you come into my mind, and visions flash across the ocean wide. While I watch the moon there up above, as I leave this earth behind, and I call to you as I go sailing by. Goodbye, my Boston beauty. Farewell, my Boston rose. I'll wait for you, I'll think of you. No threats to you I'll pose. Goodbye, my Boston beauty. Farewell, my Boston rose. I wish that you were here, but I know that's the way life goes. I wish that you were here, so farewell, my Boston Rose.
There we go. So Damien Quinn there, you folks, with the Boston Rose. That's from his album Only Our Rivers Run Free. That was for Eamon Melly at once, so it was. Cheers, Eamon. Yeah, Damien's over in Glasgow in Scotland this week, and I think he was in Dundee last night. And he's back in Glasgow this afternoon playing at Kelly's Bar, I think it is. So, yep, if any's about there, call and see Damien. Always a great show, so it is. I done the last 35 minutes ago here for you folks for the second half. Leo have already played Death for Revenge, so I have played the Chris Coyle version there about a half an hour ago, I think it was. Right, so where Steph McNally was looking this one, he was looking a bit of the Wicks. So I'll go this here. This is the Wicks from their album No Irish Need a Play. Great tune, this one. There's St. Patrick's Battalion. Gary Lawler from the Druids plays a class version of this here, but it's never been recorded, so it hasn't. As far as I know, anyway. I heard him doing it on his own couple of live streams he done himself. So this is the Wicks with St. Patrick's Battalion. This one specially for Steph McNally, who asked for it there up and down the stream. So not a problem, Steph. Cheers for tuning in. I need to get a drink because there's definitely a few frogs hopping in my throat, so there is.
My name is John Riley. Well, I'll have your ear only a while. When I first left my home in old Ireland, it was death, starvation, or exile. When I came to America, it was my duty to go enter the army and slog across Texas to join in the war against Mexico. And it was there in the pueblos and hillsides that I saw the mistake I had made. I was part of a conquering army with the morals of a bayonet blade. And amidst all those poor dying Catholics, screaming children, the burning stench of it all, myself and 200 Irishmen, we decided to rise to the call. But from Dublin City to San Diego, we witnessed freedom tonight. So we formed the St. Patrick Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. Yes, we formed the St. Patrick Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. We fought 'neath the green flag of St. Patrick,
and emblazoned with Aaron Gabra. And rides with the harp and the shamrock, a libertad padre publica. Just 50 years after Wolf Toll, and 5,000 miles away, the Yanks called us a legion of strangers. And they can talk as they may, but from Dublin City to San Diego, we witnessed freedom tonight. So we formed the St. Patrick Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. Yes, we formed the St. Patrick Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. We fought them in Matamoros, while the volunteers were raping the nuns. And in Monterey and Cerro Gordo, while we fought them as Ireland's sons. When we were red-headed fighters for freedom, amidst brown-skinned women and men, side by side we fought against tyranny, and I dare say we do it again. But from Dublin City to San Diego, we witnessed freedom tonight. So we formed the St. Patrick Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. Yes, we formed the St. Patrick Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side.
There we go. But he cut off Facebook once again this afternoon for the second time today. And it just goes to that song there. That is a song that basically Facebook deems controversial. I mean, what is controversial with that song? I mean, I think it's just the Wakes themselves. Because what's the other one we normally played in the Wakes that gets cut off? I can't remember what one, but it was like sort of anti-fascist song one would do. But yeah, it always seems to get the Facebook stream cut off. But that's just shocking. It's pissed me off sometimes. When I can understand why they would sort of knock some of the Irish Brigade songs off and why people will complain about them. But that song there, I mean, Jesus Christ, like it's very annoying. So it is like very, very annoying that they would deem that their song to be don't be offensive in some way, whatever. John Boy McElhaney says, can't wait to see the Wakes on the May the 6th, sold out. Yeah, it's going to be a great gig. So, well, I actually can't remember the last time they actually played in Belfast. It's been a while, so it has, like. Now, see, being honest, the next live gig I'm going to is on the 12th of May, and a few people I've seen last night as well. John from Finnan was at last night talking about Ed Sheeran, and I think it's this guy. Probably one of the best live gigs I ever been to was Ed Sheeran live at Phoenix Park there a few years ago. Me and Laura went up down to see the gig, and see for a live show for like a one man singer, phenomenal. Like, so yeah, we're taking Josie this time to see him. She absolutely loves Ed Sheeran, so not rebel at all, but I really can't wait to see the gig. It's going to be down Boucher Road there in Plainfields. Going by the reports, what he's been playing Croke Park over last night and the night, it's going to be some show, definitely. So yep, that's Ed Sheeran. Can't wait to see the boy. Yet they don't like history though. Well, they definitely don't, mate. Marty Higgins as well, definitely. Facebook or dicks. That's one way of putting it. So it is. Definitely one way of describing Facebook when it comes to cutting songs that gets hair off. So yep, St. Patrick's Battalion. Right, so speaking of dicks, Marty Heaney asked me to play a song for him. Only slagging you, Marty. Yeah, I haven't done your song in a while, you're right, Farewell to Broccoli, so go do this one. This is from the Druids album. Back when they actually were a really, really good rebel band, they're probably one of the best rebel bands in this country. They released this here album called Starry Play, and I think the first time I seen them playing was in the Ardoyne Fla out in the GA pitch, and the sound man for it was just handing out copies of CDs he was, and I got myself one, and seriously, this here Starry Plough, it's up there. It's a class album. So it is as an Irish rebel album. So it's just a shame to see the way the Druids have sort of went now. Do you know what I mean? I think personally what they should have done was should have went busy down the route of obviously what the Peaky Blinders have now done. That there's Styx and Fergal, who used to be called actually what was their name before they were Peaky Blinders. Let's see, I have their song on here, so do Planksty folk. They were called before. They called themselves the Peaky Blinders. After they rebranded themselves, changed their whole sort of music style. They wouldn't be doing too much rebel stuff anymore. Sort of folk and sort of big sort of bar songs where they're getting themselves more gigs. And to me, the Druids have sort of went away from their whole rebel roots, if you get me, and completely. It'd be very, very like to hear Druids sing a rebel song now. You'd be struggling at a gig. You know what I mean? So. To me, I think if they were going to go the route they've went now, they should have completely changed their name. So I think they're not doing the people justice. They're busy going to book them and go and see them. You know what I mean? Well, they're probably thinking we're booking the Druids here for the Druids band that we all knew and loved as a rebel band. Or now, I mean, great live band, yeah, but the sort of definitely put me off. Some of the stuff they're doing now, especially probably why you wouldn't have heard me playing any of their new stuff on the album or on the show. I mean, because it's left to be a bit of a bitter taste in my mouth. The way the sort of Druids have went, and to me, I just would have thought it would have been better for them if they're going. If you're going to go from being a rebel band, completely change your style altogether, change your name. I mean, and leave the Druids rebel band in the past as it was. And change your name to something else, you know. I think that there would be a bit like the Irish Brigade, obviously doing that themselves now, doing all they do is all rebel, and then we're going to say, no, we're now going to start playing country and western music. It obviously wouldn't be the Irish Brigade anymore, and you'd have to sort of change their name and their style. But that's why I sort of brought that up. But so we're going to do this here song now for Marty, I say, and you're definitely not dick, mate. It's only slagging. So this is from the Druids album. I'm trying to say, for me personally, one of the best Irish albums I own and have heard. And this is their album Starry Plough. And this is Farewell to Blackie, McElwee's Farewell. And Big Gary Lawler singing this one here is just definitely top class. So here we go.
Farewell to Bellaghy, likewise Tamladov, and the green hills of Derry that I dearly love. Man's hearts return to you from me dark cage block cell. So friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell. Through the hills of South Derry we marched and we drilled to exploits and action. All Irish you drilled, most feared men in Ulster, volunteers on the run. We gave England their answers from the barrels of our guns. Farewell to Bellaghy, likewise Tamladov, and the green hills of Derry that I dearly love. Man's hearts return to you from me dark cage block cell. So friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell. Oh gallant South Derry, you're forever blessed in our struggle for freedom. You've given your best. There's yous and there's Bates and Sheridan and there's Lee, inscribed with their names now. Brave Tom McElwee. Farewell to Bellaghy. Likewise Tam the Dove on the green hills of Derry that I dearly love. And Scots return to you from mid dark H block shell. So friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell. So friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell.
Way down in Uruguay in the land of sun, well, a football feast was to be seen between the Glasgow Celtic, the champions of Europe, racing from Argentina. Now nearly everyone came to the land of sun, well, a football feast just to see. There was TV cameras from every nation, but not from the BBC. Oh, 1-2 and then kick. It was the dirtiest game I've ever seen. Between the Glasgow Celtic, the champions of Europe, racing from Argentina. Oh, well, the referee came from Paraguay, a South American state. Well, the Glasgow Celtic didn't think much of him, racing for he was great. He sent up Bobby Lennox, Bobby Mundell too, and he sent up Yogi Berra as well. But when he sent up Butty and told him he was dirty, Butty told him to go to hell. Oh, 1-2 and then kick. It was the dirtiest game I've ever seen. Between the Glasgow Celtic, the champions of Europe, and racing from Argentina. You may have read somewhere or even heard somewhere that a racing player was attacked by a big town devil, the gentle giant, for the Glasgow Celtics fullback. If you ask Big Tom who's as gentle as a lamb, if there's anything he'd like to say, he said, I saw it on TV and I know it looks like me, but I swear it was Danny Kaye. Oh, 1-2 and then kick. It was the dirtiest game I've ever seen. Between the Glasgow Celtic, the champions of Europe, and racing from Argentina. Well, it's a sad reflection on a game of football, but it seems like racing won a cup. But the next time we meet them, we're surely gonna beat them, cause the sailing will be toughened up. And I used to day from down Parkhead Way, is a steam he won't let it go down. For the big Celtic shipper was sending Henry Cooper over working on Walton again. Oh, 1-2 and then kick. It was the dirtiest game I've ever seen. Between the Glasgow Celtic, the champions of Europe, and racing from Argentina. Oh, 1-2 and then kick. It was the dirtiest game I've ever seen. Between the Glasgow Celtic, the champions of Europe, and racing from Argentina. Between the Glasgow Celtic, the champions of Europe, and racing from Argentina.
Cha cha cha. You go, Bernard Conor Kelly here of Glasnevin. Oh, we tune there for you. That's another album, On the Victory. Just watching this here by Maida. He does some running. Like, I'd love to see his stats for, like, he must run at least 2 marathons every single match. Yeah, he doesn't stop. That's the mantra of Vans, isn't it? We don't stop. Right, so moving on, folks. Yeah, we're in the last 15 minutes of the day's show on Rebel Sundays. This is the Rebel podcast. So if you have been enjoying the show today, folks, don't be afraid. Drop us a wee tip or a donation. Just basically helps the show running. So you can do it a couple of ways. You can scan the wee PayPal barcode there that be on the main screen here, up in the top right hand corner there. Or you can scan these here. So we're on Revolut. If you're in the south and use Revolut, yep, it's paypal.me paypal.me/DJ Rose Show, or the Revolut link is revolut.me/DJ Rose Show, or Folks, if you don't use PayPal or nothing like that there, just send me a wee PM and I will give you the link for the bank details to send me a direct payment. There's a few every week that always do send me a bank transfer. So lads, you all know who you are. Thank you very much. Much appreciated as all. Legends, the laddies. So as you folks, it helps the show keep, I'm not going to keep over this here, helps the show go. Basically, you know what I mean? The show cost me considerable bit of money to run every week. And stuff ain't cheap, you know, so it has to be paid for. So say the donations and the tips I get every week from all Illusions does go a long way to helping the show go every Sunday. So thank you very much. So yeah, if you can pass something on, folks, anything at all, a wee tip or donation, $5 or whatever you have in your bank balance, send it through. It would be much, much appreciated. Right, so doing the last couple of the songs of the day's show for you. Let's see. Omri Barkley says, Ro, I will PM 4 tickets and tips. So send me a wee PM or what you want to do, okay? Omri or Watson. So Leo Fagan says, Dubliners in the rare old times. Not a problem, here goes. Just one for you, Leo. I seen your request and earlier on. So this is from Spotify, so I'm not sure if this here is either Patty Watchhorn singing this here or the late great Luke Kelly. We'll soon find out. Here we go. So it's the Dubliners with in the rare old times.
Ring a roll.
There we go. So it's Luke Kelly, especially for Leo Fagan. Here we go.
I'll remember Dublin City in the rare old times. Raised on songs and stories, heroes of renown, the passing tales and glories that once was Dublin town. The hallowed halls and houses, the haunting children's rhymes, that once was Dublin city in the rare old times. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old times. My name it is Sean Dempsey, as Dublin as could be, born hard and late in Pimlico, in a house that ceased to be. By trade I was a cooper, lost out to redundancy, like my house that fell to progress, my trade's a memory. And I courted Peggy Dignan, as pretty as you please, a rogue and child of Mary, from the rebel liberties. I lost her to a student chap with skin as black as coal, when he took her off to Birmingham, she took away my soul. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old times. The years have made me bitter, the gargle dims me brain, 'cause Dublin keeps on changing and nothing seems the same. The Pillar and the Met have gone, the Royal long since pulled
down as the grey unyielding concrete makes a city of my town. Ring a rosy as the light declines. I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Fare thee well, sweet Anna Liffey, I can no longer stay and watch the new glass cages that spring up along the quay. My mind's too full of memories, too old to hear new chimes. I'm a part of what was Dublin in the rare old times.
Yes, Dublin in the rare old times, for you folks. The Dubliners and the late great Luke Kelly, especially Leo Fagan. Folks, have the last couple of songs. James, just got your text sent me through, mate. Listen, I see you had to send me that there through. Well, I only seen it there and so I have the last 3 songs here lined up that I want to play. So listen, mate, I will definitely play it on the next show for you. Hopefully that's okay. Understand maybe been how I have, but listen, mate, I've only seen the text there now. But I think because next week, folks, is next Sunday is the anniversary of the Lockall ambush. So it is the 1st of May. So we're going to for next week. So hold on a second. On next week's show. So obviously next week's it is going to be a lot of more Celtic songs on next Sunday's show because of we're doing the big build up and be a lot of talking as well. Because of the build up to the match. So we're going to do these here 2 songs here, okay, folks. So obviously this remember this here album here that Shane sent me up. It's a great album. It was called The Captain Martyrs. It was a CD, an album put together by all the families and friends, all the fighting men and the volunteers from East Tyrone. So we're going to do this here as a wee poem first, right? On this here, it's called The Fighting Men of East Tyrone, and then we're going to play actually the Lockall ambush. So we are on the show itself. See Dan Breen, another great show. Flew, not a problem with James. No worries. Listen, but I will definitely play it on the next show. So I hope you're okay with that, James. So here we go. This is This is going to be the last 2 songs of the day show. No, and I sort of agreed. I was always going to play the Jackie Duddy song at the end of the show every Sunday, and I have been. But after some weeks, we might have time to fit it in because we sort of have certain songs that want to get played before we finish up. So the day is going to be one of them days, folks, where I'm not going to be able to fit in Jackie Duddy, but so we're going to play this here song here. So this is The Fighting Men of East Tyrone. It's a lovely wee poem about all the volunteers of East Tyrone who have passed away, and then we're going to play the Lockall ambush after this here song for you. So here we go. This is the first one.
We can speak of all our heroes who have kept the flame alight, the gallant men and women who were not afraid to fight. We remember Pearse and Connolly, Clark McDonough and Wolfe Tone. We remember our brave volunteers in Kappa, East Tyrone. The gallant Martin Hirson, a soldier true and brave. He stayed true to dear old Ireland, from Lancash to the grave. Your neighbour Seamus Donnelly, a young and loyal volunteer. They died for Ireland's freedom and the cause we all hold dear. The fearless Declan Arthurs, with Big Tony by his side, 2 daring freedom fighters of the East Tyrone Brigade. Your exploits in the battlefield, where they were renowned, loved by your people, feared by the crown. Eugene Kelly and Dwayne O'Donnell, brave beyond their years, they spent many days in action with your local volunteers. You fought the British forces with courage and with pride. Ireland lost 2 gallant soldiers on the day you both died. Martin McCahey and Malcolm Nugent, 2 of Kappa's best. They never shirked from action, and now side by side they rest. Many times in active service, you both led the way. Loyal to old Ireland, and the gallant IRA. John Quinn, a gallant soldier, from Kappa's hills you hail. You knew the odds against you, death or years in jail. But this never did deter you, a soldier to the end, a true and gallant volunteer, a true and loyal friend. You died with your comrades in a hail of British lead. You think of these men often and the cause they hold dear. For their vision it is clear. They died for Ireland's freedom and the likes of me and you, to add 26 and 6 to make it 32.
Also, I'm going to do a song this time. Take over to my neck of the woods, over around East Tyrone, for 8 brave volunteers who died in a small village outside Armagh called Loughgall. One of them from County Monaghan and the other 7 from East Tyrone. A song called The Loughgall Ambush. Great song of defiance. If you know it, you can sing along with me. We've sung so many songs of fallen heroes. I really thought that I had said it all. But if a song can fill our hearts and raise our spirits, then we'll sing about our martyrs at Loughgall. Well, the Irish nation bowed its head in sorrow at such sadness, so this country seldom known. For Monaghan had lost a gallant soldier with 7 volunteers from East Tyrone. Oh, England, do you really think it's over? If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all, one and all. Till you take your murderers out of Ireland, we will make them rue the blood spilled at Loughgall. It was on a warm and misty Friday evening. The scent of apple blossom filled the air. That village street seemed quiet and deserted, but hidden eyes were watching everywhere. And that digger bomb had only reached its target. The trap would spawn, a gunfire filled the air. Oh, the SAS did not want any prisoners. Oh, shoot to kill, their orders were quite clear. Oh, England, do you really think it's over? If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. Till you take your murderers out of Ireland, we will make you rue the blood spilled at Loughgall. They butchered 8 brave volunteers that evening. They were kicked and punched in case they were not dead. They dragged them up and down that Armagh village. They filled their bodies full of British lead. Did you think it would teach us all a lesson? At such savagery the whole world was appalled. But don't you know there are 20 more men waiting for everyone you butchered at Loughgall. Oh, England, do you really think it's over? If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all, one and all. For until you take your out of Ireland, we will make you rue the blood spilled at Loughgall. Memory of the East Tyrone Brigade. So farewell to Paddy Kelly and Jim Lina. No more you'll lead your fighting unit forth, side by side with Port McCurney and Tony Gormley. Oh, you died to drive the British from the north. Declan Arthurs and the youthful Seamus Donnelly. On that night you were the youngest of them all, with Jerry O'Callaghan and the gallant Eugene Kelly. Your blood still stains the pavements at Loughgall. Let me hear you sing. Oh, England, do you really think it's over? If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all, one and all, or until you
Yeah, so an email there, folks, with the Lockall ambush, and of course before the poem, The Fighting Men of East Tyrone, and as I said, folks, it was next Sunday the 1st. It was a brain fart there. It's actually Sunday the 8th of May that the anniversary is of the Lockall ambush, so that's going to be not next Sunday show, the week after, but we'll be playing a good few songs that day, all about obviously the volunteers who passed away in the Lockall ambush. It was such a significant operation. It was probably the biggest loss of life of any active service and operation that happened for the IRA. So it has to be marked on the anniversary. So it'll be on Sunday, the 8th of May. We'll be doing a sort of special wee dedication that happened in the show. Right, folks, we're going to finish up here. Thank you very much to all of you who today have tuned in, who have left me a wee tip or donation. Much appreciated as always. I know if everybody else bought a ticket as well for the gig here in the Rock Bar in December. Cheers. Folks, so the tickets are still available. There's been a good few sold during today's show, so you can just see it going through the ticket there and at the very, very bottom. So it's rebelpodcast.bigcartel.com. If you want to buy tickets for the gig, folks, go there. They're on pre-sale at the minute. If not, if you haven't got PayPal or you don't want to use bank or credit card, send me a PM and I'll arrange to get your tickets left over or a collection or delivery or something like that. But I want to see most of the people that went last year's gig get this one. But say there's only 150 tickets, folks, available. So I'd say get in there now if you want to get tickets for this gig. So we're going to finish up as always, folks, with Around the Vein, the Nice Anthem. Thanks very much to you all. Johan, we won. Happy days, mate. They won the big the Swedish derby today, got me yourself, John Boy McElhenney. Brilliant game, mate, till next Sunday. Yes, don't forget, folks, next week we're on very, very early. So we are. Here's the flyer here. We're on from 10 o'clock till 12 o'clock. The big build-up before the Glasgow derby, Celtic against Old Firm FC. Also known as the Rangers. And I'll be on afterwards, folks, at Buchanan's Bar from 2 o'clock. So next week's show is going to be about 2 hours, but it is at the earlier time of 10 to 12. Our guests are going to be Keith Corcoran, Tony Whitelaw and Tony Coleman. We're going to be all talking about the match and obviously playing loads of Celtics tunes over them 2 hours and obviously a few Rebs as well. So really looking forward to that, folks. Hopefully I'll see a few of you next Sunday. Get yourselves out of bed a bit earlier. So just don't be... if you see your phone showing up saying Rebel Podcast is live, don't be thinking, oh, this is a mistake. It's not a mistake. We're on live next Sunday from 10 o'clock to 12. So just a reminder of you folks. Right, so we're going to finish up as normal for you with Around the Vein. So we'll go, folks. See you all again next Sunday. Thank you very much. See you at 10 a.m. next week. Chucky our lad, thanks for tuning in today, folks. Much appreciated. Cheers.
Känna fina far att saffe alle gärden winds are slow vart jämtarlandet kung Baby space hair Chantil a kör pasta Ni akvar Panseran av den tal Han gott en sabar och hell Det kan kjell Han was no sell They gone her scrape Ni lavagna bile Charlotte Canning around
You've been listening to Rebel Podcast of Rory Carson. To listen to this and past episodes again, and to also check out future episodes, keep an eye on our official SoundCloud page. We're also available on all social media outlets. Just search Rebel Podcast. Bhí sé bhgéisteach an sin leis an fád cruúlaí Rebel le Rory McCarson. Le héisteach le seo agus hir hagran a ríis, agus na hagran atá le teach, caisúil ar siúefigil sugin ar SoundCloud, agus táid ar fáil ar gach cinneal ardan ar na main thuisiilta. Ní mór dit ach fád cruúlaí Rebel a chuirda.